Alrighty kids, in this video you're going to make basically a KNEX light, alright? And you're going to make a light with a switch that will turn the light on and off. So if we bring this up to you, you can kind of see what it is you're going to build, alright? And you can see that you have your batteries right here and you have your switch right here. And you want to be able to connect your your foil wire from the batteries to the light bulb and get the light bulb to light up by completing the circuit. Alright? So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by showing you how to build your lamp, and then what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to wire it. Okay? So, I'm going to put that off to the side, and the first thing that you're going to need to do is make a list of the parts you need in order to build it. So get out a pencil, piece of paper, and get ready to write down these parts. And you can pause the video if you want. Okay, here we go. First thing that you're going to need will be 2 gray rods. You're going to need 2 gray rods. Then you're going to need 1 yellow rod. Then you're going to need 1 blue rod and 1 white rod. So you'll need 2 gray rods, 1 yellow rod, 1 blue rod, 1 white rod. Now it's time for the connectors. First you will need 1, 2, 3 yellow connectors. Then you will need 1, 2, 3 red connectors. So you need your red connectors. Then you will need 1 dark gray connector. And the last KNEX part you will need is the hinge. Okay? You will also need a bulb, and you will need 2 batteries. So you'll need 2 batteries. And the final item you will need is some foil. Okay? And then you'll put the foil, the light bulb, and the 2 batteries off to the side. You won't need those till later. Alright, so let's get started building. Alright, first things first, you'll need a yellow connector and a gray rod. You're going to connect the yellow connector right into this point right here with the side snap. Just like so. So this is what you have. Okay? Then you're going to take another gray rod and you're going to put it in on the other side. Notice where they are placed on this yellow connector. If you don't place them exactly, your batteries will fall through. Alright? So now we take another yellow connector. We put it in the same spots. Just like so. Okay? Now, we take our white rod and we snap our white rod right in there like so. So, this is what we're looking at. Okay? Next, red connector. And we're going to snap the red connector onto the white rod like that. This is going to be fully adjustable, and it will slide into your batteries and hold your batteries tight. Alright? You want this to be a fairly tight connection and kind of hard to push. If you have a loose connection, it might not hold your batteries in place. Alright? So you slide those down like so, and then you take another yellow connector and you put it on the end like so. Okay? Then you take your yellow rod, place it in like that. Alright. Now you're ready for a red connector, which will snap on like that. Followed by another red connector that will snap on like that as well. Slide those down a little bit, get them out of the way. Now you take your hinge and you snap your hinge on like that. Okay? So here's your hinge, it'll flip like that. And then you put your blue rod like so. Now you have your hinge for your switch. And the final part is this dark gray connector. And that snaps on just like that. It is very important that the hole in your dark gray connector lines up with the hole in the red connector and the hole in the red connector, so it's straight down. If you looked straight into that, you could look straight on through. Alright? Now, in order to get this to work, you're going to take your light bulb. And your light bulb, you pull everything up so that this gray is up like that, and then you slide your light bulb inside like so. Slide everything up, and your light bulb will be held in place. Your switch should go down low so that it is in line with the light bulb. That way it will touch when you turn it on. So you want this part right here to close against the light bulb, right there. Alrighty? Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to put your batteries in. Now your batteries, you may need to open up your battery holder a little bit by sliding it like so. And then your batteries, positive end towards the light bulb, positive end towards the light bulb. And then you just close it on up like so. And there you have it. Here is your KNEX light. Now here's the thing though. Now you have to wire the circuit. You have to get the back lead of the battery to the light bulb, and you have to close the circuit by getting wire to the positive side of the battery. And then you can open and close the circuit like so. Alright? So this is what it looks like when it operates. Okay? So if you look, this switch will go against the light bulb and it creates the circuit. It closes the circuit. And so your light bulb comes on. Now if any of your wires are not connected well, your light bulb is going to go out. Alright? So, let me show you how you wire these in. Alright? Now the first thing you got to do is you're going to make some wire out of your foil. You get one piece of foil, and this is enough foil to make your light and your wiring. When you make your wiring, you take your foil and you very carefully are going to rip it in half, just like so. Now, no scissors are required because it's foil, and if you rip carefully, it'll go right down like so. You might even have a larger piece of foil so you can get 2 or 3 pieces of wire out of it. Alright? Next thing you want to do is you want to take it and very gently fold it. Okay? Now be very careful when you're folding. Use the flat of your hand, the fleshy part of your fingers. Fold it again, like so. Okay? Like so. Okay? Then the next thing you want to do is you want to fold it again. Just keep folding it, just like so. Okay? Now eventually, you will get a piece of aluminum foil that is fairly strong and still easy to work with. If you need to bunch up a few areas, you can do that. That's okay, but try not to rip it or to break it. Okay? So there's one. The next one, you repeat the process. Same situation. Fold it. Run your hands along so. Fold it again. Like so. And then this foil still has room to get another fold. So I take it and I fold it again. Fold it again. And you can clean up your edges as you go. There we go. Fold it over. There we go. And you get yourself a nice piece of wire. Okay? Now, for wiring up your light bulb, alright, you'll want to take your batteries out of here. Okay? Like so. And your one piece of wire will need to go from here up under the light bulb. Okay? Up under the light bulb. Now remember, I'm going to take the light bulb. The light bulb has an insulation or an insulator right here. You want the foil to touch the tip of the bulb. It will be like so. So you get your wire up into there. Okay, so your wire has to go from back here up into there, and this will hold it in place. Okay? And I'll show you how we do this. Okay? And you can adjust it to do whatever you need to do. But what I like to do is I'm going to take my wire, my foil, my wire, okay? And I'm going to push it through this circle down here. Okay? So I take and I push my wire through the circle part of the connector. And I pull it on out. Very gently. Don't rip it. You got to try to really be very careful with this. And if you rip it, you'll have to repair your wire. Okay? And then once I have enough to go all the way up over the top, okay, I'm going to take it like so, fish the wire up through in between, like that, and then I'm simply going to wrap it over and twist it into place. Don't twist too hard because you might rip your wiring. Okay, now if you want to put it down in between, like so, you can do that. And there you have it. Okay, now that doesn't look too neat right here, but that's alright. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to kind of bunch it up there. Because all you really want is the back of your batteries to be against the foil, like so. Alright? Then, what you do is you bring this and you take that and you ball it on up. And I kind of roll it around a little bit. I roll it up on itself like so. Alright? But you don't want to roll too much because it's got to come all the way to the front here. And then what I do is I slide it up underneath. Up through this red one. Alright? So it goes up under there. Get it nice and tight. Slide it up underneath like so. Alrighty? And then you can even take it and push it up through the center here. So if you do that, make sure that it's secure. Some people prefer to just take this and tighten it up a little bit and just push it directly into this second red one, which I sometimes do also. you'll have to make a decision, and it also depends on whether or not you have enough wire. So you could push it up through like that. Okay? And then once you push it up through in there, you got to make sure you have enough in there and packed in there so that when you put your light bulb down, your light bulb, this part of your light bulb hits the foil. Okay? You can hold your foil in place by wrapping it or simply compressing it in between like so. Alright? Then you put your light bulb down, close things up, and there you have it. Alright? And you might need to fuss around a little bit in order to get it to work. The important thing is you don't want this wire touching the outside part of your light bulb here, because then you'll get a short in your wiring. Alright? So now we should be wired up from the back to the front, and we take our wire and we're going to stick it through the red hole down here. The red connector. Slide it through like so. Now with this one, again, you want to pull enough around and through so that you can wrap it nice and secure. And I'm going to take it like that. And I'm going to wrap it over the top as well, so I'm sure I have a good connection. And there we go. Alright, it doesn't look real pretty, but all we want is the positive side of the battery to make good solid connection to the foil. Okay? And it's going to take some adjusting. It might not work the first, second, or third time, but Thomas Edison took a long time to invent the bulb himself. So now we take and we adjust anything up here that was unadjusted. We slide our hinge down so that it goes against the metal part of the bulb like so, and all you need to do is wrap some foil around the hinge. I'm going to give it a couple wraps, give it plenty of room, maybe a couple wraps, twist it over like so. And you can squeeze it into place, but remember, don't tear your foil, and you want this to go against the light bulb. You may have to adjust the height of your switch a little bit as well to make it hit perfectly well. Now, in theory, this should be ready to light up. If I have batteries that work, it should work. So, I'm going to put my batteries in. Okay. And again, you might have to adjust a few things. Okay. Slide everything into place like so, making sure it's a good solid connection. Alright? And then hopefully it'll light up. Oh, there we go. And it works. Okay? And it works. There you go. And as long as you keep pressure on it, it stays lit. Now, ideally you'd want it to stay lit without holding your finger against it, but you've completed your task. You might even just need to adjust things a little bit so that it does stay on. Okay? So there you have it. There is your KNEX light ready to light up and send messages across the classroom. Okay? There you go. Good luck, kids. Oh, one other thing. If it doesn't light up right away, make sure you have good batteries and make sure that you've wired it correctly. You might have to tweak it a little bit.